Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are featuring this little gem from Seiko. Now, when we talk about Seiko, everyone thinks of their dive watches because, let's face it, it's what most of us buy. But 9 times out of 10, we don't even take them in the water that much. Everyone wants more water resistance and so forth, and yet they sit in a drawer most of the time. And the Presage range of watches, which is more of a dress kind of watches, are overlooked, which is a real shame because they do little gems like this. This is the brand new Presage Style range. Its reference number is SSA 461J1, and I think it's gorgeous. It retails for approximately, I think the RIP is £600, but I dare say if you contact First Class Watches, they will probably do a deal and you'll get it significantly less than that. Speaking of them, I've got to say a massive thank you to the team there. Their shop in Kenilworth is superb. They've got lots and lots of stock and some kind of unusual brands really you don't see everywhere else. So if you're in the Midlands area, I'd strongly recommend popping into the shop. If you're a little bit further afield, well, don't worry, I'll leave a link in the description and at the bottom of the page now. All I ask is that you do mention me if you contact them, as it really would help. So anyway, let's talk sizes. I measured this one and I get it at 49.2 millimeters. The thickness of the watch is coming in at 12.2, and the lug to lug, so from this point to this point, is 46 mil, which makes it a good watch for many size wrists to wear really. And the strap size on this is 20 millimeters. The dial is very interesting. It's skeletonized, but not to the point that legibility is lost, dare I say, because sometimes you can get so much skeletonization going on that you have to look twice to really be able to read the time. And you don't on this watch because you have these beautiful, beautiful polished hands. The hands are absolutely superb. They've done a real good job on the polishing of these. Plus, they are full of lume. You've also got loomed out, applied hour markers going round here as well. Well, minute markers should state. And the glow is very good. Those hands really do glow. The applied ones on the outside don't glow quite as much because obviously there is less of them. Another interesting kind of side note on the hands is they've got this white tip to them at the ends. Now that isn't loomed, but it does look really, really good. It makes reading the time just that little bit easier, as it really is well defined at the end of them there. It does look, I think, really does, it's a little thing they didn't have to do, but it does look good for it. Writing, we just have a Seiko Presage automatic over here at the 3 o'clock position. Now, it's kind of nice they don't add water resistance and all that. I actually prefer a little less writing on many of the watches, and this one does do well. The actual skeletonization, what they've gone for here, they've got this black kind of dial part. Yeah, it's a black dial, and the actual cutouts are supposed to simulate a 1960s motorcycle, because it's quite weird. The proper name of this is the Seiko Presage Style 60s elegant yet rugged biker style. I'm not quite sure where the rugged biker style comes from. It's quite interesting they've gone with that, but what the heck, we'll keep with it. It sounds good anyway. It's nice because you can see the shock settings to the balance there. Obviously, the balance is what actually, regulates the timekeeping of the watch, really. So it's nice to see that spin. We always like that. We've got the barrel and so forth going on there. You can see the jewels through it. It's good. All against this gilt, against the black there. I think it looks quite a cool watch, really. The applied hour markers are very well polished, as you'd expect from Seiko. It's nice when you can see the second-hand glide over them. I like that. It's a little touch, but it's these little things which give it a bit of character. They've got a very well-defined minute track going around there. Overall, the dial, I like it. We come past that. We have the boxed crystal going on there. This is a hard lux crystal on this one. It's not a sapphire. I know that might upset some people, but you got less chance of one of these actually break, shattering, where, Harlux does have that one advantage. I know, I dare say someone might do an aftermarket one you might be able to put on there if you really wanted to. The bezel itself is a fixed non-rotational bezel. We do have the minute track going around on the insert there. There is also this kind of, it almost, I don't know, you've got a slight texture to it. It almost feels like a nail file, really. You've got that kind of texture going on. It's quite nicely done. I do like it. It does sit inboard of the case by ever so fractional amount, but it does. The case of the watch, it's very well polished. It's a very simple case, but it does look quite nice. There's a good angle on the lugs here, which makes it sit down on the wrist a lot better. We also have drilled lugs, which makes it a lot easier, obviously, for strap changing. Not so much on this one because they are quick release, but I dare say you'd like to put this on a different strap at some point. Who knows? On this side, we do have a signed crown. Now, it goes straight into hand wind, as you can hear there. It's not a screw down crown, but it does feature 50 meters of water resistant to it. So it should be more than, enough for most people. As we come round to the back here, we do still have a sticker actually on this one. But you can see the movement. The movement is the 4R72A. And that features, well, I put it on the time grapher. At first reading, I was a little bit worried because it wasn't coming in that well. But I think I left it a few days just kind of running, and it leveled out after that. It was actually coming in at, I think it was around about 0 seconds. There was a little bit of discrepancy, obviously, when you change it in different positions, but that's the way it is. So overall, not bad. It's a 24, I think it's 24, yep, 24 dual movement with 41 hours of power reserve to it. Yeah, the movements, they've been around for quite some time, this overall design. They are pretty bomb-proof, really. You can't fault them. Nice display case back on there, so all good. The strap itself, buffalo leather. It's not bad. You've got the brown stitch to it. It has got a tiny little bit of padding to there. Not much, but there is a little bit. It does look good, but I could just imagine this on a whole plethora of different strap colours. I think you could really turn this into a bit of a strap monster. So on the back, it is labelled up as Seiko. We do have 2 keepers, one fixed, one floating, and we have a nice signed buckle on the end there. So let me put this on my wrist. You can get an idea how it looks. Let's do a quick wrist check. I'm wearing a Breitling. This is my Colt 41. I've had for many years, and I truly love this watch. I'm wearing it on a John Keeley leather strap there. And Bob features the Hanhart. This is the 417 ES flyback, and it is simply gorgeous. So anyway, my wrist size is 7¼ inches. That equates to around about 18.5 centimeters. So let's see how it actually looks on there. I'm not going to do it up too tight because being that it's a leather strap, I don't want to mark it in any way. I personally think this looks like quite a cool watch. It's got a kind of interesting dial to it as well. I like that. It's one of these watches, if you owned it, you would, keep looking through that dial and catching different lights and different views. I think it is quite a cool watch. Let me know what you guys think of it. And most importantly, you stay safe. All the best. Bye.